Yeah. You hear me?
What's up? What's up?
What's going on, brother?
Chilling, chilling.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm right here, bro. I got this box truck business. I'm about to make my first run, hopefully this week.
Where you from? You from the city?
Yeah, I'm from the city, bro. I'm from the east side.
Are you from the east side? Wherever over east.
Yeah, I'm out there about 100,
100 and what?
out there 103rd.
And what? What's the cross street?
Man, I'm out there by the Avenues, gang, by the letters.
Yeah, I know where you at, bro.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I just wanted to tap in. If I'm right here, I got my partner with me. I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit, man. I've been following you for a long time.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. What's up?
Yeah. Shit, we got this box truck, bro. We've been working on it. Sorry for about the last 4 months, man. Let's try to get it ready.
All right, so what you need?
Right, what we talking about?
Are we taking the best route? Like, has this been a good route to take? You know, like.
Come on, gang. Come on, gang. Come on. Where your questions at? It's a good route to take. I need the questions, bro. I need real questions.
Okay, yeah, no. We basically calling, man, to ask your opinion on like how we went about doing this, right? So we bought two box trucks. One's a CDL box truck. One's a non-CDL box truck. We got them both for not working for $4,500, you know. And then we came up at an auction on a semi too. We came up on a semi truck for $1,600. So we got three trucks. At the moment, we spent the last 4 months getting the non-CDL box truck going. It was a 28-footer, but we put our own sleeper in there. You know, we cut it down to 26. We figured if we stay on the road longer, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna need a place to sleep in, obviously, you know.
So y'all
we got to drive.
Three trucks.
So we got three trucks. Right. We waited 6 months. We got the MC, DOT, everything. We waited 6 months. It's gonna be 6 months actually at the end of this month. You know what I mean? We wanted to age the MC so that way when we did start, we wouldn't have trouble. Basically finding loads. You know that how the brokers don't want to work with a new MC. You know, like, well, we figured we'll try to save the trouble and just age the MC out. And I mean, we're about to take our first load, man. We're about to take our first load. We don't have any payments on any of the equipment. You know what I mean? Like, obviously it's used equipment, but like, we've done everything we can to like fully go through it. We got the CPM down. What's the CPM? What is it?
We're about $1.10.
We're about $1.10 in with the CPM, with a monthly CPM. And we're just basically just calling to see, like, man, like, how do you think we went about this? Basically, like, did we do good? Like, should
start in front of the horse. I don't know why you got three trucks for. What was the purpose of that?
We got three drivers. I mean, there's three of us. You know, yeah. There's three of us.
Man, what?
Yeah,
y'all ain't tested. Y'all ain't tested nothing. You test with one truck, not three. You reduce your learning curve. You finna do a learning curve with three trucks?
Yeah, no, you got a point.
How many partners is it, or is it just one person that owns this?
No. It's we got two partners, and then we got an employee. But we were, you know what I mean? Like, we were going to be, like, actively involved in driving as well. And then we got a driver.
Me personally, y'all from Chicago, y'all from over east, I'm from over east. There's no way in hell coming out of Chicago, I'll be going over the road. No way in hell.
Yeah.
For what?
What you mean? Because there's more local routes, or?
I mean, why would you go over the road when, there's a lot of work here. Your cost would be a lot lower, right?
Yeah.
Why would I want to go over the road when I could sleep in my own bed? You live in a huge market. Do you have leverage and you have an advantage that a lot of people that get into this industry don't have? You come from a market where it's high density. Why would I want to go over the road? Why?
Yeah.
2, I would start with one truck. If it's 2, 3 of y'all or 4 of y'all, how many you said, you could have done one truck, took a final mile route, and built on top of that.
Yeah.
Or you could have took one truck and find you a local 1-man route and built on top of that. You bought trucks from the auction for $4,500, right?
No. So we got.
It was a Facebook Marketplace deal.
Yeah. It was.
We went to look at one truck, but there was 2 broken down trucks. We ended up just snatching them both up for $4,500.
Who fixed them for y'all, Jaime?
Man, we got an in-house mechanic. Man, my dad's a diesel mechanic, so it was a lot of electrical issues, but he rewired the fuse box, everything. And we did a couple little test runs and shit, just driving locally and shit on the E-way.
What kind of trucks are they? Internationals?
Yeah.
What years?
They're 08s and 07.
What's the engine in those? Max?
They're the DT 460C E's. They are Maxxforce.
Maxxforce, yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, you can run them. You can do whatever you want over the road. Me personally, I wouldn't. The main reason is because there's plenty of work here. I would keep those trucks local.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we got we got some contracts on some local routes. You know what I mean? Like our whole thing was we're like gonna start off just over the road just so we could factor off at least, you know, and then
factor. How old are y'all?
I'm 32.
You said you want to start off over the road so you could do what? So you could factor?
Yeah. We figured out factor and get some money back right away from what we put in.
You can get your money back doing final mile. The settlement period is like a week.
Oh, really? Oh.
Like, I don't see. Here's what you're not understanding, bro. Going over the road is going to put a lot of wear and tear on the truck, bro. Right? It's going to put a lot of wear on the tear on the truck. Your costs are going to be higher. Just because you can go on the road and get paid the next day, that don't got nothing to do. You know, you got to look at the chip from a long-term perspective. Where you going to get the most bang from your buck?
Yeah.
You in a local market with plenty of just, volume, just freight. You in a hub. And then the hub has a bunch of people, shit that needs to be delivered within the 9 million people of the Chicagoland area, bro. 9 million people, include the city and the suburbs, bro. Why?
So can I ask you?
On earth would you travel cross country in an 08 of an international?
Yeah, can I ask you then, man? I mean, we're like me myself personally, you know what I mean? Like the only experience I do have is, like cross country, bro. That's it. Like that's the only only type of thing I'm really familiar with myself. Like how like where would we go about trying to find a mile route, like who? Like what contacts do we approach for that?
Plenty companies. RXO, UST, T-Force. They're all around here. They're all around here, bro. NAL, JB Hunt, Ryder.
Yeah. Okay. I
mean, if you guys want to go over the road, you can go. But you asked me for my advice. I'm giving you my advice. I wouldn't go over the road.
No, yeah. We're not taking it with a grain of salt either, man. We're not taking it with a grain of salt either. You know what I mean?
Your maintenance on those trucks is gonna be through the roof. It's gonna be through the roof, bro. And you got an in-house mechanic here. So when the truck breaks down over the road, that in-house mechanic ain't gonna be able to do you no good when it breaks down in Kentucky somewhere.
Yeah.
The beautiful thing
you're right.
about that your situation is you got an in-house mechanic. So if the truck is local, all your maintenance is done at a fraction of the cost, and you're in a market where there's plenty of opportunity. I just wouldn't go over the road, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I think we do got to reconsider everything.
Yeah.
It'd be different if you me from Boise, Idaho, or some shit like that, or fucking
yeah.
Nebraska.
Yeah, the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
Like, you know, so yeah, I wouldn't go.
I genuinely, I don't have anything more. I think I'm gonna kind of try to look into more on the final mile thing, man. Try to see if maybe we can, like get something going on with that, man. I think we're really gonna take your advice on that and try to just kind of go back through the business plan here and trying to refocus on what type of work we're actually going to get into now, because you made some very valid points, man, and you're absolutely right. Like that, we do, like, our thing was to make sure we get equipment that we wouldn't have to keep on paying on, but so we could have that advantage. But I think we'd probably lose it with how you just said. You break down in Kentucky, and obviously the bill's going to be a lot higher than if we just broke down somewhere on like 26th Street, and then we could just have somebody come out. So
right, and then one of your dads is the mechanic, so it's like even if you pay him, like it's not like you paying Jaime, or you paying that the Firestone truck repair right there off of 111th and Doty Road. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You paying a fraction of the cost. You just paying for parts and probably throwing them a little something. You know what I'm saying? So it's I mean, it's just too many opportunities here. If you go to that Lowe's on 83rd and right down Stewart where that Walmart used to be, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
If you drive by there at night, you'll see a lot of 26-foot box truck parked in the parking lot. A lot of the guys that do final mile, like on the southeast side for Lowe's, they park them right there. Look how old those trucks are. Them is like late 90s, early 2000s, right? Those trucks are do local work because they're older. You don't want to kind of put those old trucks on the road, but they make a shit ton of money because their costs are so minimal, right? Those two trucks you got, more so because of not of the age, but because of the powertrain, that engine, I just wouldn't trust it over the road. But, even more important, just the opportunity that's here. Even if you had a brand new truck, I would tell you to stay local. It would just be more beneficial to stay local here. There's just too many opportunities you're going to gross the same thing staying local, going over the road, but it's going to cost you less.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate you. I appreciate you answering our call, man. Genuinely thank you for all the insight you just gave us. You know what I mean? We're gonna go back to the drawing board right here, because we're pretty. You know what I mean? Like I said, we're at the final stretch right here. So I think we're gonna do what you said and try to approach some of these companies and kind of go from there.
All right, man. Let me know how it go.
All right. Thank you, man. Have a good day. All right.
All right, you too. Later.